Hi all, welcome back to DD at Tarawa. This is going to be on my part 29. So this is just the day after us securing the extension of the game on to turn 30. We got past the requirement, we ended up with 13 positions secure. Yeah, I was just looking back on it's probably part 25 where I'm counting the positions over here and I wasn't counting this one and I wasn't counting that one. So I clearly got lost a bit there as I was getting near the end. It's just as well Martin made that comment or I might have not realised I'd got the points, because if I wasn't counting these I might have done something totally different at the end to try and get the points and possibly ended up making a mess of things. So I don't know why I started thinking down that way. I'd like to think I would have remembered at the end, but it might have been too late because I might have started doing other things, like I say. So thanks for bringing that up, Martin. Or we might not be here right now. However, we did secure 13 positions. Hopefully we got that right. And yeah, so we're on the night turn. So we're moving on to the night turn. So yeah, well, I just read this last night, didn't I? So there's no need to really... Well, I do need to go through it a bit more carefully then, because it's not a normal turn. So, US amphibious operations phase. We are in that, and there's nothing in the water. We don't have any... Well, the step 2 is remove from play all US artillery units not on the map. They're still in the box. I've never brought them out. Just what I need to remember is that if... Well, actually... Sure, it'll come up in the event that it won't happen after turn 17, I would think. Whereas that says 17 to 30 here. If you were getting an artillery unit, it would be in here, and the fact we're on turn 17 now then tends to lead me to think that it won't try and get you to bring an artillery unit onto the map. And then we push units scheduled to arrive turn 17 and beach approach hexes if not already in play. Let's say that not already in play bit must mean that there was an event possible to bring them in sooner, my guess, which we did not see. Right, these are all booked to arrive from R2. So which is the middle section here, and we do get the use of that. Now, no, there's nothing to say it still can't pivot, so we could be pivoting. Remember, we've only got 3 one-step LVTs. This is what we've all got. So we have a tank, so he'll get in by himself. But basically, yeah, I want to bring that guy in. That's what I want to do. So he's getting an LVT, I think, so that we can try and get him safely on and get the extra support point, hopefully, if he gets in. And then the other 2, well, I guess you would probably put on that again, and then of course you're going to get the tank coming in. So we're going to have this waiting ashore. Right, so let me try and set them up where I think they might want to go. Like I say, I can't just assume they're going in that way, because we could get the pivot result. Now, hold on though. You're only going to get the pivot if you're drawing for them landing, Grant. So it's only going to be for that, and that might pivot. So bear that in mind. Okay, so there's what I've got. I've got the SP unit, which is going to go in landing with the LVT in the tank in this position here. And rather hoping they don't pivot and just come straight in, because if they land in there, I think that's a nice place, and they're going to get command from the HQ. It's a nice safe hex. The support unit will start gathering support right away, but that's if it lands okay. And then I've got the 8-3 unit, which I'm going to transport in as well, as far to the left as possible, hopefully landing in here, and maybe being able to try and help here, make an attack on this, because this is 5 strength. In fact, it's 8 strength, because the unit's getting doubled. So I don't even know if that's... Well, I need 16, don't I? 8, 5, that's 13. 2 from the tanks, 15, I suppose. 1 from the extra, 1 from the hero, 16, just to disrupt it. But just to try and work on that. And then the rest of the guys are just going to have to wade in. Yeah, as best they can, I suppose. Okay, so that's going to be that. We'll see what happens. Right, and so next move on, first event phase, we're going to skip that. So no event phase, we are on the Japanese fire. So let's see what the differences are here. So conductors in the regular sequence of play with the following adjustments. If Admiral Shibazaki is alive, well, he's not. So we're not going to conduct 2 Japanese fire phases here, which is kind of good. So, and then the other 4 points here are Japanese fields of fire limited to just 1 hex, and that's why I think, talking about, was there not a talk about me moving from here to here, but then I realised it was going to be an infiltration move and thought, well, I'm not better just take my chances. So, normal fire, they can only fire adjacent. So this could fire here, this could fire here. Up here we've got a bit of fire, and then that's it. It doesn't say that the other actions don't apply. However, it then does go on to say that treat all M action letters on fire cards as no letter. So in some ways we'd quite like to see an M on the card, because that's going to be nothing at all. But the other actions, there's nothing to say that a unit's not going to, if we get a green R, there's nothing to say that a unit's going to reinforce a reserve unit. And at the moment, there's only 1 reserve unit in the reserve units box, but that's about to change as well once we get to the end of the... well, hang on. No, well, while the Japanese fire phase is on, Grant, there is only 1 reserve unit, so that's a point. And then the other 2 are a unit instructed to perform the artillery action conducts no action. So in some ways, if we got the A on the card, we might get lucky there. And then finally, for purposes of tracing Japanese communication, US units control only the hexes. US units control only the hex each occupies. Japanese communication may be traced through hexes adjacent to US units. So yeah, so what that's saying is, there's an example. I've got that little units available. It doesn't really matter. I can't really show you a good example, but normally this guy would control this hex, and this unit would not be able to trace through it for communication purposes. But during the night turn, obviously that is switched off, so you can only control the hexes in, so they could trace communication through that hex. So that's what that means. Maybe not so relevant, but anyway. So that's Japanese fire phase. So will we just bash on with that first? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so let's do it. Right, so the M action doesn't apply, and yeah, okay. So here we go, and there'll be no R2. There is no artillery. That was one of the errata points, I think, actually, just before I draw this card. Do not conduct Japanese artillery fire during the overnight turn. Yeah, another one, well, we'll get to in a minute. Right, so, well, there wasn't artillery anyway. 2 A actions and a blue action hitting leaders. Yeah. Well, I don't know, that looks like that might be quite good, but I've said that before. So, one thing to remember there is, if a unit is to perform the artillery action, just the fact we've got 2 A's here, it conducts no action. So, and then, well, in fact, see for the A actions, oh yeah, you do have assault. Oh, this is close combat. Right, let's just read it. Let's just carry on and go through what we're going to face. So it is a double red and double green that's going to do it. So it's a triangle. I'm thinking ambush there in that green position. Right, yeah, we've got to watch out for unoccupied positions as well. Okay, so right, up. We'll just go from left to right as usual. So purple is not on the card. Green, that's just a single, so it doesn't apply. Brown is not on the card. Blue, empty blue, but just normal fire from blue. Red is only a single, so it doesn't apply. A yellow is not on the card. Right, this is a double green. That is a diamond, so... Right, so that's a double green that's coastal. I want to say that was just normal fire then for the A action. If it's got US units in its field of fire. Well, I think that is, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Well, you know what? It's not an artillery position anyway, but... Well, let's see. It would... Right, so if it's got no US units field of fire, it's want to do artillery fire. Well, because it's the night turn, it's not going to get to do that. So that's a plus. Yeah, I think this could be a good card. Because if things like that are going to happen, they're not going to happen. And nothing happening in the Japanese fire phase is good. Okay, so moving on. Blue's just normal fire. Well, hits leaders, but nothing in its field of fire. That's purple, not on the card. That's green, it's only a single. Right. We've got some red action here. Oh no, hang on, that is brown, not on the card. Then we have this red. Just skipping by that just now. This yellow's not going to do anything, and that's a single red. However, we do have two double red positions here. They do have units in their field of fire, and it's a circle. How about that? We're getting away with that too, aren't we? So both of them are coastal positions. With the A action, if you've got US units in the field of fire, they're going to fire. So he would go first, he's going to fire. He would go next, he's going to fire. And if they weren't firing, artillery fire's not going to apply. And that's the only unit that's in red. We budged that guy out of there. He was a diamond, so he would have got away with it as well. But nothing else in red. So we get lucky. Well, that guy lives again. Lives another day at least. Or another, couple of hours. Well, I suppose this is the overnight turn, so it might be a few hours. Well, it goes from... Well, the previous turn is 18:30, then it goes night, then it goes 0600, so they're going to get a bit of a sleep. So, moving on, nothing here. Purple's not on the card, these are empty anyway. Yeah, and we've nothing in the water. Right, okay, yeah. So these are on the beach approach hexes, which is fine. This is just a single green, doesn't apply. This is just a single red, so it doesn't apply. Right, here's an issue. We've got green here, and this would be the first one we come to. That's unoccupied within 2 hexes. That's a coastal position. Oh, it's going to be no action. Unoccupied within 2 hexes. Coastal position is no action. It needs to be inland to be an ambush action. So both these are coastal positions, so they're going to do nothing. Yeah, this is going smooth, isn't it? Red, just a single. Yellow's not on the card. Blue would just do normal fire, nothing in its field of fire. Remember, it's only 1 hex field of fire as well. Brown's not on the card, purple, none of that. They're all empty, not within 2 anyway. Right, we've got a red here that's inland in a double. Before that green is not within 2. So, well, again, these symbols aren't matching, so that's good. So red, inland. This could be the assault thing. No, he's got units in his field of fire. Oh, that does mean he's going to assault. The assault doesn't care if he's got or if he's not got. Damn you. So hang on, right. Double red with the A action inland, and it's got a US unit in its field of fire. Okay, I think it is going to assault. So US units in the field of fire, assault, move into closest US occupied hex in field of fire, then CC. Yeah. Wow. Well, we almost got through a perfect turn, didn't we? If we just moved on to there, that was it. We were fine from there on in. This guy's going to spoil the party. Okay, let me just get up the rule again for this. Assault. Occupied inland, and it is inlandy. Yes, just has US units field of fire. Move the Japanese unit and its data marker, if any, from the position into US occupied territory, the position's field of fire, then conduct close combat. If more than one, well, there is not. This is the closest. Yeah, and if he didn't have units in his field of fire, he would still try and move somewhere else. Anyway. Yeah, he would probably still be CCing something, I think. Yeah. Right, and then this is the one that John reminded us of the... Oh no, it wasn't, sorry. Was it? Yeah, I'm just... That's the next rule, 12.81. If the position has multiple Japanese occupied position hexes, check each hex separately for assault. So you would check them separately. You would do one and then you would recheck everything. And if it wasn't applicable anymore, you wouldn't do it, because we found out we did do that wrong in the end. But it's just a single position. Yeah, well, this is happening, I'm afraid. So I'm going to put, that's where he came from. That's where this is happening, and, well, yeah. This looks like a case for trying to withdraw, I think. This one for sure, I would think. Oh, the one good thing is we're getting to see the... Oh, no. Yeah, we're getting to see it briefly, because at the end of this night turn, we flip them all down. They get unrevealed. Which is... I don't know... I think... I'm sure the last time I'd done this, I took note of some things, and I don't see there being a problem with that. If I've got the knowledge of this right now, if I want to take a wee note of what this is, I'm sure I've done it before. It feels a little bit gamey, but it's not. That's not just the purpose of flipping them upside down, because when they're unrevealed, certain other things will happen. When they're unrevealed and they attack you, they disrupt you. When they're revealed, they don't disrupt you. Also, when they're unrevealed and they're inland, you can't barrage them. Whereas if they are revealed, you can barrage them. So there's all these points. It's not just about hiding what these are. And I think the fact that we know what these are, I think I'm entitled to take a little note of these things, because this hero here, he knows what he's up against. He's not going to forget that this needs flanking. However, what would be described of dealing with it, he's going to know what type of unit this is and what is required to defeat it. Well, he wouldn't if it's flipped upside down, but I don't know. Are you meant to forget that information? Because there's some of you out there that will remember it. You'll just store it in your head and you don't need to write it down or take a note or whatever. But I'm not one of them, so... Well, I feel like it's okay to do that. I'm sure I've done it. Well, it could only have been in the Omaha game, but do they have a similar overnight turn where this happens? Or is there a time, maybe there's an event that would unreveal something or something like that? And I'm pretty sure I did say, I'm taking a note of what this is, because, I know what it is. It's not going to change. Right, anyway, getting back to... Right, so we're having close combat here. Right. Not good. Right, so close combat. Right, and it's them attacking us. So we've got to reveal all these first. So we have strength 3 with a flamethrower machine gun, it's elite unit, obviously. So it's more than likely this is going to jump up to 4 and give them an extra card again. And it's kind of horrible, isn't it? Flanking and an extra 2 strength. However, no CC on the unit, so no extra card for that. Right, so we are going to get 2 cards. That is it. I don't even know if we actually want to look at these. I'm pretty sure this is definitely a case of attempting withdrawal, I think. So they're going to get 1 for the unit, 1 for the depth, that's 2. 1 because they're attacking, that's 3. And then 1 because they've got 4 strength, that's 4. Oh. And there's no CC, so they don't get that. However, they get an extra 1 because this is the night turn. So it's 5 cards they're getting. Yeah, we definitely want to get out of here if we can. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're not fighting this one. Right, and the colour that the battle's taking place, I think, is blue. That is indeed. So it's blue that we're not wanting to see here. They get to go. They're not disrupted. They get to go first. They've got 5 cards. We've got 2. They're looking for blue. They do not get a no event. Right, don't start getting carried away and start thinking you can take this guy on. Well, I don't know. I mean, I only need to hit it twice. Martin, you're shaking your head, aren't you? Saying, don't be stupid. I'm saying I only need to hit it twice because... Well, is it not worth me having a go with this first card? And then... Obviously, if they then... Oh, but then, hang on. When I have no cards left, can I not withdraw then? Maybe that's how that works. Well, no, because the rule is... I'm sure it says once the Jap... Right now is my choice to withdraw. Right here. If I want to. I think. Where is close combat? Here we are. Right, so step 3 is remove a card from the Japanese pile. If the card shows a close combat event, implement that. Then if the card shows a colour, remove a step from the US unit and of my choice and discard the top card of the US pile. Then C is finally you may conduct US withdrawal under fire at your option. Okay. So, and then the rule for that is 8.63. Ending close combat with US withdrawal. You may choose to withdraw all participating US units during close combat following the reveal and implementation of a Japanese card, even if your units are disrupted. To withdraw, draw 1 more Japanese card and implement its results and an event, if any. Then places 5 US units in a hex adjacent to the close combat hex. More than 1 hex and a hex from which US communication can be traced. Then you choose. So I could take a chance here and have a go at firing with this first card. Then if they then fire at me again and hit me, then they're taking my last card away anyway. This guy's taking a step loss. I then choose to withdraw. Isn't that worth the bash? I think it is. I think it's worth a go. Because, I mean, as long as okay, I might not get blue on the card, then I'm going to look like silly and realise it wasn't worth a go. But if blue's on the card, at least I get rid of this. Get rid of one of their cards, that's maybe not that relevant, but I get rid of this, and then you've just got that extra little chance of them not drawing a blue again, and you having that 1 card left and then taking them out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a shot at this, and if he takes my last card away, then I withdraw. Okay, so looking for blue. Oh, come on, there was your chance. And you didn't take it. No event, no colour on the cards, right? They come at us. Blue. Oh, I've not got it again. No CC event again. Should I go again? Just to try and get rid of the depth marker, maybe? Yeah, come on. Right, it's blue. Oh! Well, I'll tell you what, that would have been... No, it's not me that withdraws at him. So no blue again. I had nothing at all. So then they fire again. Sure, there's blue on this. Yeah, there is. See, that's a withdrawal hit there. So he hits us, we take a step loss. We've no cards to discard. That card's done. Now it's our choice to withdraw. We choose to withdraw now. So he's going to draw one more card and implement the event. If it's blue anyway, I think we die. So here we go. Right, it's not. There's no event and there's no blue. Oh, I mean, all we needed was... What card would we have discarded if it hit him? Well, depends when we hit him. Right, anyway, so no event, no CC. So it is ending in me withdrawing. I think that was worth the risk though, really. I mean, I'm a bit annoyed, obviously I didn't get to take at least the death marker away there, but however. Right, so I have to place in a hex adjacent to the CC, and the priority is hex from which US com can be traced. Where are we? And a hex from which US communication can be traced, then you choose. Okay, so we can take that away because the Japanese are ending up here in this fortified position with all their depth, with their 5 strength. Oh man. Another reason to maybe I've had a go at that, because that is now solid. That is a fortified position. They've got unit and depth. That is a fortified position. They've got unit and depth. 5 strength off, which gets doubled to 10. I mean, at least we know what we require. I'm definitely taking a note of this, by the way. So if you think that's wrong, then so be it. So are we moving into there? Is it not better in here? Oh no, it's not. The yellow's firing into there. Well, hold on, Grant. I'm not going to be able to trace communication from there. Because... So I'm wondering if I might have missed that before. Well, there's not been that many cases for us looking at trace communication. The support markers, but they've been on the beach pretty much anyway. Let's just have a look at communication. Let's go on and do that, I think. Right, here we go. US. Where's US communication? Here we are. You can trace a path of hex of anyone from the hex to any beach hex, and it's got some definition. It's pretty much any beach hex. The path may not pass through any hexes occupied by or in the field of fire of a Japanese unit. Well, actually, I'm not going to be able to trace... That's not... Well, no, that is going to be in communication, isn't it? Well, hang on, can I not put it in there? You could, I think. I can't put it in here because I can't trace communication. I can't trace into that hex because he's exerting his control into there. And I can't trace it through into that hex because that fires into the... Well, that fires into there and so does that. So I could put it in here because I'm adjacent to the beach. I think that's okay. I mean, although it's in the field of fire, I'm pretty sure that's okay. And I could put it in here where, I couldn't put it here because I can't trace into there or there, but I could put it into there. So I think I'll put it in there because it's going to be safer than that, isn't it? So I'm going to put that in there. I mean, he's only 1 step now anyway, and he'll be disrupted. And yeah, this guy just moves in there, and that's him took one of our points away already as well. He will be disrupted as well. Well, that was a shame. It was almost a perfect Japanese fire phase as well. Right, so carrying on. Right, this doesn't get checked because it's already been checked. I'm fine with that one. That was just the other bit that was getting there first, but I'm accepting of it now. Like I say, looked at that, nothing there. Brown isn't on the card. Purple isn't on the card. Right, and then up here, well, none of these empty positions would be within 2. This is a single red. It's double red on the card. This would fire normally at leaders. This is only a single red. Yellow's not on the card. Green, that's just a single green. So yeah, that was the only thing that happened in that phase there. And it was, yeah, reasonably brutal. We just need to get these guys out of there. If I can move back a bit and try and do something to this, I've got to retreat from here. I still haven't read about what it is I need to achieve in this game, but I'll tell you what, I don't think there's any chance of me achieving it. Even if I do have another 14 turns, 13 turns, whatever. Yeah, I can't see it, but anyway. So that was Japanese fire card. Now, he's going to undisrupt as well. Just realised it's got blue on the card, and he's came in close combat. I mean, another kind of cruel rule, you would think. He's came into close combat there, becomes disrupted, and then because fire cards, Japanese fire cards got blue on it, he undisrupts. Yeah, you do wonder. I don't know. I mean, is there could you explain why that would happen, thematically? Possibly, there's possibly an explanation. I can't really think about the situation, but you just maybe wonder and maybe think, well, they could have had that rule going the other way and saying, no, it still stays disrupted. But they chose not to. In fact, I think that was one of the ones that was clarified in errata, so it's even been questioned. And is it not in here somewhere? Pretty sure. Clarification. There you go, 6.4 clarification. A Japanese unit that becomes disrupted by close combat during the Japanese action phase becomes undisrupted at the end of that phase if in a position hex of a colour shown on the current Japanese fire card. I don't know, maybe you could sort of say how that works, give a reason to why it would work within the theme of the game, but it does kind of feel like some of these rules, the game's hard enough. Did we really need that to happen? Couldn't you just say it? No, he does not. He stays disrupted. Anyway, that's what's happened. So, so moving on. That's the fire phase done. So I might as well. Can probably get through this turn. Well, I don't know. I might want to be doing something. No, I don't know. Maybe I don't actually. Where are we? Overnight turn. Right, so the second event phase is skipped as well. And the HQ and engineer phase is skipped, so we get no support markers. Thank you very much. I didn't need them anyway. So, well, we did get that guy moved, didn't we? He's under here now, isn't he? He's moved from there to there and back to there again. Yeah, he's in there. He's sitting in steady blue, so... Well, this didn't reinforce, so... That's not to say it couldn't reinforce next turn, though. I'd no real options. Even protecting this yellow position when this guy came and caused all the trouble again. I've not had the units to do it. Okay, I do remember I could have put something in this purple position at one point. Maybe that was a mistake. Well, you can see now that that's in there It's really strong. It's fortified. So I'm guessing some of you would have called that a mistake, but nah. Just not enough units to be able to do all the things that you want to do. Right, so we skipped the event phase, we skipped the engineering HQ phase, we're moved on to the US action phase. So there's 6 points here to take note of. We conduct as in the regular sequence of play with the following adjustments. HQs and CPs have a command range of 0. So they're only commanding units in their own hex, so they don't even get the adjacency here. US units may move only 1 hex. US units conducting infiltration do not make an infiltration check. Ooh, that could be interesting then. Maybe let's try and... Although, was I not trying to land something? No, I wasn't really. Might move that guy then. Yeah. Why not? So I might do that. Because he's not going to do the check. Well, that was the other point. It was this guy here. Nah, but that was just to get away from adjacency from him. And I don't want to move in there, so... Yeah, I'm hoping this guy's going to land in there, and maybe we can muster up something to disrupt this guy, and then start, maybe try to do something to him. US attacks may not include units conducting range fire or naval fire markers. US tanks and artillery may not conduct barrages. Yeah, so I can't use my tank to range attack, can't barrage. Japanese communication may be traced through hexes adjacent to US units. Yeah, it's just a reminder of the same. Okay, and then... Yeah, okay. So, do we want to do anything, really? I don't know. Well, I've said that I maybe want to try and move this nonsense away, so... Just get away from this. But... out of the frying pan, basically, you know, because like this is an intense yellow. I can only move 1 hex. I'm sitting in purple and blue there. If I move to there, it's in purple and yellow, so it's not any better. Here's a tank. Right, I can't move this guy, so in fact his disruption just gets removed. That's his action. I have no other units disrupted, so I have no support markers. Yeah, I don't even want to move the tank in there because that's an intense yellow as well. So I probably just leave these where they are, I think. Yeah, I think so. And this guy's got really nowhere to go. He's as safe as he's going to be there, I think. Can only move 1 hex, like we say. Okay, the infiltration isn't in effect just now. I could go into there, but what does that do for me? Right, sorry about that. I was struggling to hit pause there when my phone went. There is a chance I might get another call, so I'll try and be a bit quicker the next time. So where was I? Just realising there's not an awful lot I could do with this guy. Yeah, there's... Well, hold on, Grant. Hold on here. I mean, shouldn't we at least try and prepare for the next turn? Maybe get this guy moved. Now, it's going to cost an action. Remember, you're not getting free actions, but... You know, maybe just get this guy within range of this 2, at least. Because that would be 6. Is this 5, isn't it? 11. 13. But what did I say we need? 6, 8, we need 16. That's why I think if I got this 8 strength unit in with a +1 from the hero, we might have enough. So what's the best place for him to go? Well, that's moving into red. That's just staying... Yeah, it's a pity I couldn't move 2 hexes because I'd be in there now, wouldn't I, with that guy? Damn. Well, I'll tell you what. Am I not right in saying that if I was in this hex here, we would shut off No, we wouldn't, Grant, not to that. We would shut off communication to that hex, but... Well, you can only move one hex, so there's nothing you can do about it. Well, hold on. If you moved into there, would that shut off communication to that? It would, Grant, it would. Because that guy's exerting his control into here. Sorry, maybe we should zoom in a little bit there. Yeah, so that would, but the extra risk there is this is now sitting in red as well. I think that could be worth the risk, Grant. And like, you know, he's in range of that. He could help support the attack on that. I think we need a bit more strength, but who knows? If this unit lands, if he, sorry, let me zoom out for that. If he happens to get landed straight into there, then we do have a force to be able to take that guy on. Well, you don't know what's going to happen in the next fire phase, but that would stop them reinforcing though, Grant. So is it not better doing that? I mean, I know this is a safer hex, but then it doesn't stop that reinforcing. A unit can reinforce there if the green R comes up. And you can see that R action is clearly one of the most common, isn't it? You know, I'm looking across at the discard pile and the top card has a green R, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's more than one green R in the deck for sure. At least more than one. There might be multiples. I'm just going to be sick, of course, if red fires. Now these guys in the beach, that's important as well. Do these guys in the beach approach? Yeah, well, because once they're in play, they're going to be in the water, or some of them might be on the land, and then we can count them. I'm just thinking catastrophic loss because, well, actually, there's this guy too, isn't there? Yeah, they're my only 2 3-step units left. So we don't want to have worked our way through into the extended game and lose all of a sudden catastrophic loss. But I think these are counted. Well, when we get the next Japanese fire phase, some of these guys are they're going to be in the water, or bit of luck. One of them might be on the beach. Yeah, it does only count the infantry units, remember, Grant. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take a chance and move that guy there then. I know I don't feel awfully comfortable about it, but you will if a green R comes up. However, if a red circle comes up, I'm going to be kicking myself. Right, let's do that. And because I don't... Well, hang on, Grant. Before you go jumping willy-nilly and moving this guy, let's have a look across here and see if there's anything that you maybe want to try and start doing now. Well, no, because I can't move 2 hexes. What about this guy? I mean, well, he is still securing that, and then if we leave that, something goes into that, then it fires into here. So I get the feeling I'm not going to move any of this just now. I'm going to have to make my move next turn, but I need some more. I need to be garrison things before I leave them. Well, we seen there was a possible way of exposing these red positions and getting away with it as long as we cover this one. But I want this 2 hex move for the tank when I do it. So I'm not getting that this turn. So I'm going to leave that as well. And I'm actually going to move this guy back 1. Why not? There's no infiltration because it's the right turn. So I'm going to move him back 1. I know he's sitting making this flanking position possible. That's true. Maybe I don't want to then. Maybe I just want to take the chances with him, because how are we going to get somebody else in there? I mean, at least, yeah, but you need to move into here to be able to get it. Yeah, just leave it then. It's going to be a while before these guys wade in to be able to... Well... You do have you know, we can move something here that's not covering any bases. You know, I mean, maybe this guy could get up into here. He's got a strength of 4, 6. He's not bringing demolitions again though, so we're not going to. You know what? I think I will just leave him. I'll just leave him and take his chances. Yeah. Okay, I think that's about it really. Yeah, doesn't feel like much I can do. I mean, next turn, okay, I'm gonna attempt to start moving. What I definitely need to do before I start recording is understand what my goals are, what I need to do. So just before I hit record, hopefully I'll do it. Have a look through things and see what it is I need to achieve. Bear in mind that the winning conditions got reduced a little bit to make them slightly easier. So okay, so that is the end. Oh no, it's not. Hang on, we're not finished yet. Right, so that's the US action phase. So end the turn. Conduct as in the regular sequence of play with the following additions. Right, well I'm going to move the phase marker along. Yeah, these cards don't matter, so I'm going to move them to the discard pile. I'm going to move the turn marker on to 17, just while I remember. And then we're going to go through this reorganisation and loss of contact procedure. And I'm going to get a piece of paper ready to start jotting some things down. And you can all boo and hiss all you want. Right, so mix together face down all elite eliminated units. Blindly draw half of those units rounded down and place them in the Japanese reserve box face down. Okay, so that's what we'll do first, all the elites. Now, I'm not going to be that bad and start like taking note of all these, but I do need to check that they're all elites, so just laying them out here. Maybe I'm having a look at the numbers thinking, right, you can see there's 1 4 in there and a couple of 3s and a bunch of twos. So there's 8 of these. So I'm going to flip these over and oops. Yeah, see the turn over that easy. So I'm going to shuffle these about a bit. Right, I'm not going to mess about. Okay, so there we are. You know what? I was going to start rolling dice, but let's not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 of them there. So I've got to take half of them. Now we've got one already up in there, right? So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 of them up there. No idea what's going on. And then these other 4, what happens to these then? Do these get removed from the game maybe? Let's take our face down all elite eliminated units. Draw half of these units rounded down, place them in the Japanese reserve box. Face down. Well, no, I don't. It doesn't say anything about them, so I'm just going to put them back in here, but face down, so we don't have some knowledge of what wasn't drawn. Now, there's 2 of these, and now I thought I was only going to get 1 of them because I thought that was going to half as well. These are the non-elites, but it says mix together face down all non-elite eliminated units, but not tank units, so I've removed the tank units from play. Blindly draw 2 of those units and place them in the Japanese reserve box. So we are going to take both of these as well. Now, admittedly, I'm going to have to shuffle things about there a bit, and I will randomise them with a dice roll because we now know there's 2 non-elites in there as well. Which, obviously, if I was to choose one, it would be that. Okay, so maybe I should just pile these up now. Should I? They're getting a bit. Well, that is going to be up at all, though, Grant. No, it's fine. Just fine. Just leave them there. Just don't knock them over. Right, I'll roll a dice come the time, and I'll weigh them out a bit better. That's them tidied up a bit, and I can just roll a d8, and we can draw them accordingly like that. Okay, so finally draw 2 of those and place them in Japanese box face down. Right, and then loss of contact. We're going to flip all revealed Japanese units and depth markers to the unrevealed side. That's what we're going to do. And like I say, you can boo at me all you want, but I'm going to take a note of these. So we're going to flip this, and this. Right, that one's not got his depth marker revealed, Grant, so careful. This guy here. And then there's another one up there, which don't think has either. No, it doesn't. Right, so they're all going to flip down. I'm going to take a little note of them though, and yeah, and then I'll flip them all upside down. Right, that's me reset everything, so all the Japanese positions are all turned face down again, and I've made my little notes there. So there was 4 positions. I don't know if you would do the same or not, but whether I'll understand what I've wrote down there or not might be another challenge. Okay, so I moved the turn marker on, moved the phase marker back, discarded the cards. So that's us. So we're now going into the next day's turn, the 0600 hours of the second day, turn 17. And yeah, I'll just cut that here and come back, and we'll see if we can get some reinforcements to help out, because we really need them. Okay, cheers.